What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new episode of the Year in Wrestling Reloaded, the year 2000. When I hear the year 2000, I always think of the Conan O'Brien, his late night show with Conan O'Brien, when he was on NBC before he got screwed over by fucking Jay Leno. And NBC and Jay Leno fucked him, and then he left NBC for TBS. But I digress. And anyways, Conan O'Brien in the year 2099 had a great sketch on his show. One of his band members, they would always do a sketch where the band member would just try to sing and go, "In the year 2000." That was funny shit, that skit. So every time I hear the year 2000, I always got that song in my head from that guy in the band on Conan O'Brien saying, "In the year 2000." I can't do it as high as he did. I butcher it. But it was hilarious. Look it up on YouTube. The year 2000 sketch Conan O'Brien show. So this year in Wrestling Reloaded 2000, I'm not going to review and go over every damn pay-per-view. I'm not going to do that because I already did that. I seriously already did that in the Year in Wrestling shows. Check them out in my Year in Wrestling playlist. I reviewed every pay-per-view from like 88 and 87 until like 2015. So I'll talk a little bit about Royal Rumble 2000, WCW Sold Out 2000. I'll talk a little bit about those. Not every match. Because I'm not going to review shows that I already fucking went over and reviewed. I'm not going to do that shit. And I'll talk a little bit about No Way Out 2000 and WCW's Super Brawl 2000, I believe, was in February. So here we go. First, I'm going to review some WCW Nitros that started off the year 2000 in January. I'll review the Nitros in January and February on this Year in Wrestling Reloaded 2000 Part 1. So I'll review 2 months of Nitros and give you some of the results. Up first on January 3rd, 2000 edition of WCW Monday Nitro. These were in the dying days. I mean, they still had great talent. They still had legends. But in 2000, WCW was sad to watch and not very fucking good. And it would get worse. Actually, after January and February and March, it actually would get worse. First off, after Sold Out, I'll talk about Sold Out. Well, let's talk about this January 3rd Nitro before I get to Sold Out and what happened on that fucking show. It was a fucking mess. So, up first, we had the Harris brothers, and some of these matches were so fucking short. It was like pointless to put them on. The Harris brothers, Don Harris and Ron, defeated, what the fuck, Buzzkill. I don't know who the fuck is Buzzkill. I don't remember him. And Mike Rotundo with Kevin Sullivan and Liam Meow. They're part of the returning Varsity Club. I know Kevin Sullivan. I know Leah Meow. She was Kimona Wanalea in ECW, the greatest name ever for a manager, Kimona Wanalea. And my God, she was smoking hot. she came into WCW. They made her and gave her the name Leah Meow. She eventually the Varsity Club would stop because it was stupid to bring them back. It was a late 80s gimmick. It was not the 80s anymore. It was a fucking year 2000 WCW, and you thought, let's bring back the Varsity Club. Who the fuck booked that? Kevin Sullivan was booking, I think. And the guy's a genius. Kevin Sullivan, in my opinion, was a great booker. Not booking a Varsity Club, but other stuff he booked. He booked Hogan turning heel. He booked the whole early days of the NWO. He booked that. He booked a lot of great stuff in WCW in 96 and 97. 2000, either Kevin Sullivan was booking, I think, or Kevin Nash. I'm not sure. But Vince Russo, I think he's let go or sent home in January. They bring him back. That was a mistake to fucking bring back Vince Russo, but they brought him back with Bischoff. That did not fucking work because they didn't really get along or like each other. And you can't have two guys in power of a wrestling company. That shit does not work. Look at in AEW. Yes, Tony Khan's the boss. I believe he's the final say for all the finishes. But you got all the fucking VPs that think they got a ton of power, and they probably do, and that's a fucking mistake. You can't have fucking current wrestlers being in control of part of the company. That's a mistake. The Elite, Kenny, the Young Bucks, Cody, that's a fucking mistake for all of them trying to just get themselves over, in my opinion, to Tony Khan. They just want to get themselves over. I don't know. I don't like the Elite. The only guy I would trust is Cody Rhodes out of the Elite. So, good God. The Return of the Varsity Club, they lose. And it was like 2 minutes. And it was a World Tag Team title Lethal Lottery matchup. It was a Lethal Lottery tournament quarterfinals. Up next, we had Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner defeated PG-13. What the fuck? Why was PG-13 brought into WCW in 2000? I don't get it. JC Ice was actually a good worker. Woofy D was a fuck up. The guy's a major problem and drug addict and fuck up. He was also the son, I believe, of Bill Dundee. PG-13 was not that bad of a tag team, but they should have stayed in Memphis in USWA. They were also, PG-13 was in WWF as part of the Nation in 96 and early 97. Again, PG-13 was not a bad team. I just did not see them wrestling for a major company and being a good team for a major company. They were better in smaller companies. Again, JC Ice was fine. Woofy D was a fuck up. He fucked up everywhere he worked. WWF, ECW, WCW, nobody liked him. So Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner defeat PG-13 in a World Tag Team title Lethal Lottery Tournament quarterfinals match in 15 fucking seconds. What the fuck was the point of that? Holy fuck. Who booked that? Horrible booking. And why the fuck was PG-13 in a quarterfinals against Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner? Why? I don't fucking know. I did not watch this episode recently. I'm just reviewing it by the results. So up next we had Crowbar and David Flayer, probably the best fucking team in the Lethal Lottery Tag Title Tournament. And David Flayer was a shit. The guy could never work. He was not even fucking, he was not even a fucking blimp on the radar that Ric Flair was on. My God, I feel sorry for David Flair, actually. The guy was not a great wrestler and looked like he didn't care. His body in WCW, the guy was not, had zero, the guy had zero of a body. His body was a zero. He had absolutely no muscles, nothing. Looked like he never been to the gym, ever. I mean, if the guy flexed, he probably wouldn't even have a muscle that big, and I barely work out. I barely lift. And I have more muscles than David Flair had in 2000 in WCW. That is sad but true. David Flair, the guy would wear a t-shirt, wrestle in a t-shirt, wrestle in jeans. I guess as his gimmick because he's a crazy nut. Like escaped from a mental hospital or had a fucking mental breakdown because Stacy Keibler was with him on TV and broke up with him or some shit. I don't remember. Or broke up with him, then he had a mental breakdown. I don't remember why he had a fucking mental breakdown. I think fucking stupid Vince Russo booked him to have a mental breakdown like he escaped a mental hospital, which was shit. And god-awful writing and a god-awful storyline and god-awful booking. At least Kevin Nash and Kevin Sullivan I would trust with booking a wrestling company over fucking Vince Russo. So then we had more tag team Lethal Lottery tournament action. We had Tank Abbott defeat the Total Package with Elizabeth. I hated Elizabeth with Lex, by the way, on camera and in real life. They were not good for each other. And I don't know why she would fall for Lex. The guy was jacked out, roided up to his fucking skull on roids. I don't know why Elizabeth had to fall for him. That is very sad. Because if she wasn't with them and they weren't popping pills and doing a ton of drugs, she probably would have never passed away by accident. Or maybe accident. I don't fucking know. Anyways, good God. Why the fuck? I didn't like Lex Luger in 2000. I thought he was old as hell already and shouldn't have been wrestling full time. And he was like a star from the past, like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. But why the fuck would you book Tank Abbott over Lex Luger? I don't get that. And the match was 50 fucking seconds by disqualification. Tank Abbott wins. And that's stupid. WCW, you just, I don't know what you're thinking. Bring in Tank Abbott. You probably paid him way too much than he deserved. What the fuck were you thinking? Trying to copy WWF and Vince for bringing in Ken Shamrock? The difference is Ken Shamrock was a great pro wrestler, was a natural, and had a great body. Looked like he cared, looked like he wanted to be there. Tank Abbott was out of shape. Did not look like he fucking cared to be there. Was just collecting a fucking paycheck. Tank Abbott was a disgrace for pro wrestling. In pro wrestling, Tank Abbott was lazy and a disgrace. And didn't try to become a good wrestler. Didn't care if he became a better wrestler. He just didn't fucking care. And it was pathetic. Looking back on it, over 21 years ago, I fucking hated Tank Abbott in WCW. It was so fucking pointless. What a waste of money did Time Warner spend on him. So then we have more just Buff Bagwell and Chris Kanyon this was the lethal lottery, so tag partners, heels and faces could team up, I guess. Buff Bagwell and Chris Kanyon defeated Asia, the woman that was a ripoff of China, in my opinion. She was a blonde and she was a jacked up bodybuilder, probably on roids. I don't know, but she looked on roids to me. So Asia, I don't hate Asia, at least she tried. She fucking tried to wrestle. She tried more and was better than Tank Abbott. So Asia, the WCW's China, because again, they saw Ken Shamrock in WWF, so they had to get Tank Abbott. They saw China get over. They had to get Asia and bring her to TV. I think she's at the power plant training. At least Medusa was training her. So Asia, Norman, Smiley get defeated by Buff and Kanyon in 3 minutes in the Lethal Lottery Tournament quarterfinals. Up next, we have Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner defeat the Harris Brothers in 1:16. Crowbar and David Flair with Daphne. I always liked Daphne in WCW. I liked her gimmick and her character. She was called the Scream Queen, and she was good at her job. Daphne did do a lot better outside of WCW when they closed. She worked a lot for Shimmer and TNA. So Crowbar and David Flair defeated Buff. And why the fuck was Vampiro Buff's partner? I don't know. In a Lethal Lottery semifinals. Up next, we have Sid defeat Jeff Jarrett, the U.S. champion, I believe. Sid defeated Jeff Jarrett by DQ in a United States title powerbomb match. Who the fuck booked this shit? Why the fuck was it a powerbomb match? Jeff Jarrett was a small guy. That's stupid. I can understand if it was Kevin Nash and Sid in a powerbomb match. But what the fuck? That's just stupid ass booking. That's like slapping the fans in the face. Watch a powerbomb match between Sid and Jeff Jarrett, where Jeff Jarrett had no fucking chance. That match was only 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Pathetic. God-awful booking again. WCW, January 3rd. Nitro was shit. Horrible booked. It was booked like crap. Like you didn't care. And my God, Raw destroyed you in January. And the rest of the year 2000, Raw killed your ass. They didn't book stupid short matches like this. So finally, I guess the main event. The main event was Crowbar and David Flair defeated Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner. That's not fucking believable. I like Crowbar. He was a great worker. Sadly, he had to carry David Flair. But why did... that's stupid. Maybe Daphne helped and interfered, but I think that's stupid to have David Flair and Crowbar defeat Nash and Scott Steiner. So they win the tag team titles in the finals. It only went 3 minutes, 14 seconds, and that was your fucking main event. That is pathetic. Horrible booking. I'm talking about the match times, like under 3 minutes, under 4 minutes. That's god-awful booking for a Monday night show. Nitro from January 10th. Holy fuck, these are going to be hard to get through to give you the results until the end of February. But here we go. After this, I might have to fucking lay down and rest. So January 10th, Nitro from Buffalo, New York. I think the crowd was hot. I think the crowd was actually pretty hot and hype. I think the Was this episode Flair and Hogan faced off? I don't know. Maybe. No, it was not. About this, the NWO 2000. WCW was a fucking failure in 2000. The end of 99, they tried to bring back. In the beginning of 2000, they tried to bring back the NWO. You couldn't fucking bring it back because you booked them so bad before. So they tried to bring back NWO 2000 with I think the Harris brothers and Jarrett and Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and Bret Hart. And then, sadly, Bret Hart was injured. At Starrcade 99, it ended his career. He would not wrestle. I think he might have wrestled again in January on a Nitro. But that was it. Sadly, Goldberg ended his career with a very stupid, unsafe super kick. Wasn't Goldberg's fault, but he shouldn't have been even wrestling Bret Hart, in my opinion. So this January 10th, Nitro, you had Crowbar and David Flair defeat Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn. What the hell was this? It was a triple threat. They defeated Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn. They would jump ship in about 2 to 3 weeks and appear on Raw with Asia and Shane Douglas. Dean Malenko were with them. They were called the Revolution. That faction could have been good, but it didn't go anywhere because they jumped ship and they left Shane Douglas. He was gonna jump or go with them, and I guess they left him in the dark, I heard. That's what I heard Shane Douglas say in a shoot interview. When they jumped ship, they did not even tell him. I think they didn't even tell him they were leaving, and they signed their deals already. And Shane said he's really like best friends with Chris, Dean, and Saturn. Well, I guess they weren't his friends because they didn't care to tell him. But Shane Douglas probably would have had to get out of his contract because he just fucking went to WCW in like the summer of '99 from ECW. So it was a triple threat, and it was against Kidman and Conan with Rey Mysterio. David Flair, Crowbar win, and they retained it. It was a triple threat, falls count anywhere, 3-way. That's stupid booking. A triple threat tag team, falls count anywhere match. What the fuck kind of booking is that? That's horrible. That's stupid. That's way too many gimmicks for the match. That's too many stipulations. That's 2 fucking stipulations. A triple threat and a falls count anywhere at the same time? What the fuck? That's horrible booking. Whoever was booking Kevin Sullivan, I don't know, but you were on crack. You're on drugs to be booking a triple threat falls count anywhere. And it only went 4 minutes. 37 seconds. Horrible timing. Should have been at least 8 minutes. Up next we had George the Animal Steele. I'm not kidding. George Steele appeared for some reason. I guess to get a pop because they were on the East Coast. George Steele with Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, Paul Orndorff, and Terry Funk defeated Jeff Jarrett in a bunkhouse brawl. Special referee was Chris Benoit. That is weird booking. And I know Jarrett was smashing guitars over legends' heads, so I guess it made sense they brought in George Steele. But it was still weird. George Steele, to me, is a WWF guy. It was weird to see him on Nitro. Up next, then we had Tito Santana with Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, Paul Orndorff, and Terry Funk. Then Tito Santana, another WWF guy that did not fit on Nitro and was just looked out of place. Tito Santana then defeated Jarrett in a dungeon match, with Chris Benoit as the ref again. Then we had Jimmy Snuka. Another blast from the 80s, throwing Nancy down the stairs, probably killing her. Blast from the past. Nancy killer Jimmy Snuka. With Larry Zbyszko and Paul Orndorff, then defeated Jarrett in a damn steel cage. So Jarrett got his ass beat 3 times by Legends. That's just awful booking. Legends got the revenge, but still, Jarrett was in his prime. You can't beat them. What the fuck? So this was the main event. Bret Hart was the world champion still before he had to give it up because of his concussion. Bret Hart defended the world title in a no contest against Kevin Nash. At least it went 10 minutes, and it wasn't that bad. Kevin Nash, Bret Hart always had really good matches. Now the January 17th, Monday Nitro. It was from Columbus, Ohio. Up first, we had Kidman. Kidman defeated Psychosis. Holy fuck. Big T. You brought in fucking Ahmed Johnson. And he looked pregnant, like he was having twins. Ahmed Johnson looked like he was fucking having twins, as Big T. Why the fuck did you bring him in, WCW? He just embarrassed you and he didn't care. I don't know why he saw out of shape. If he had health problems or what. Or if he didn't just give a fuck to try to lose any weight. He's just there for a paycheck. I don't know. But what the fuck? Ahmed Johnson was huge. He looked well over 300 pounds. So Big T, I guess, made his in-ring debut. I don't know. He was with Stevie Ray. They were trying to be Harlem Heat 2000. Big T defeated Booker T in 1:41 seconds. That's sad, and that's god-awful booking. To have Booker lose to him. You saw goddamn out of shape. It was embarrassing. Vampiro defeated Disco Inferno with Big Vito and Johnny the Bull. 3 minutes, 51 seconds. Nobody cared. I like Vampiro in 2000, but who cares? He defeated Disco Inferno. Nobody cared. Up next, we had Crowbar and David Flair for the tag team titles again. They retain and defeated 3-count Shane Helms and Shannon Moore with Evan Courageous to retain the tag team titles on 3 minutes, 8 seconds. What the fuck? Horrible booking again. Horrible timing of matches. Having your matches end way too quick and way too soon. What a fucking ripoff. Let's have a tag title match and it's going to go 3 minutes. That's a ripoff and a slap in the face to fans of tag team wrestling. Fun fact about Evan Courageous, if you didn't know, when the guy left WCW, got out of wrestling, the guy went into porn. And I don't know how long he's in porn, but he's in porn, I heard. Or he's a male prostitute. I don't know, but I heard that about him. I doubt he's still in porn, but who the fuck knows? I don't know. Tank Abbott then defeated the Maestro with Symphony. Symphony was Ryan Shamrock. She was a pretty hot chick in 2000. And that was a street fight, and it went 13 seconds. Tank Abbott started getting the gimmick of knocking people the fuck out in like seconds. It was stupid. It's not like the guy's Mike Tyson. I mean, come on. Yes, Tank Abbott did knock out a ton of guys in the early UFC days. He did. Legit knock He knocked out this big Hawaiian guy really badly. I think it's UFC 7 or 8. He knocked out a Hawaiian guy, and his arms were up in the air shaking as he was knocked out cold. But, in my opinion, Tank Abbott knocked out a lot of guys that were off the fucking street and not professional fighters. So, yeah, Tank Abbott defeated the Maestro. Who gives a fuck? And it was called in a shoot fight. Well, yeah, right. Team 2000. From New Japan Pro Wrestling, Masahiro Chono and Super J defeated the Varsity Club, Mike Rutondo and Rick Steiner in 9 minutes. At least it went 9 fucking minutes. Finally, a match over 4 minutes. Then we had Sid Vicious defeated The Wall in 2 minutes. 54 seconds. Up next, we had the Total Package with Elizabeth defeat Bam Bam Bigelow in 3 minutes. Then we had, as the main event, Diamond Dallas Page was in a heated feud with Buff Bagwell. DDP defeated Buff in 7 minutes and 19 seconds. So that was a January 17th, 2000 Nitro. So I'm not going to give you the results of the February Nitros until part 2 of Year in Wrestling Reloaded 2000. So January, what was that, 17th I said? Or the last Nitro was the 17th I reviewed. Yes, it was. Let's go to January 24th, the WCW Nitro results. Up first, we had Psychosis defeat Kaz Hayashi. I'm sure it was a good match. Those guys were good workers. The Wall defeated Kid Romeo. Fun fact about Kid Romeo, I believe in 2001 in March, he won the Cruiserweight tag titles that were very, very short-lived. So the Wall destroyed Kid Romeo probably. Norman Smiley defeated Shannon Moore. And this Nitro looks like it had way too many fucking matches booked. Like AEW Dark booking fucking 16 matches. That's stupid. In my opinion. If I had my own company, I would not be booking 16 matches for one show. I don't care if it's only 2 hours. That's too many matches to watch. So then we had Norman Smiley defeated Shannon Moore. Tank Abbott defeated Al Green, which was embarrassing. Those guys shouldn't have even been in the ring together. Terry Funk defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in a hardcore match. Sid Vicious defeated Don Harris. I'm going to go over these really quick. Billy Kidman defeated Vampiro. Lex Luger defeated Booker T. The Mama Lukes defeated Fit Finley and Brian Knobbs. Sid Vicious defeated Kevin Nash to win the vacated WCW World title, because I guess Brett did vacate it. I guess Kevin Nash became champion somehow. Or he's given the title. Sid defeated him, became the new WCW champion. That was cool. I liked Sid as a world champ. I did like him as a champion in 2000. So now let's go to the final Nitro of January 31st, 2000. And this Nitro was from Pennsylvania. Usually Pennsylvania and Philly were a really good wrestling crowd. Lash LaRue defeated Evan Courageous with Shane Helms and Shannon Moore in a WCW Cruiserweight title tournament quarterfinal matchup. The Mamalukes defeated Crowbar and David Flair in a WCW tag title match, and it was a street fight. So Mamalukes became the new tag champs. Brian Knobbs defeated the Total Package. Billy Kidman with Torrie Wilson defeated The Wall. That was stupid. Dumb booking. Billy Kidman, great worker, but the guy was a small cruiserweight wrestler. Why the fuck would he defeat The Wall? And it was only 3 minutes. And I thought The Wall was great. Had a great look, but you didn't push him good. So then we had Brian Knobbs and Lex Luger was actually a no contest. Norman Smiley defeated Shane Helms. DDP with Kimberly defeated Disco Inferno. Really quick in 2 minutes 34 seconds. Jarrett and the Harris brothers defeated Sid and Terry Funk in a 3-on-2 handicap match in the main event. So that was Nitro from January 31st, 2000. So now I'm going to talk about WCW Sold Out, a little bit about it. I don't know if Big T made his debut. I didn't really care. This woman, Midnight, Booker T, was feuding with his brother. He couldn't use the name Harlem Heat. He couldn't use the Harlem Heat music. That was stupid. I think he had a really god-awful theme because they took the Harlem Heat theme away from him. So, I think this woman, Midnight, debuted and helped out Booker T, a really big, tall, jacked up black woman, was called Midnight. She helped us, Booker T. I think they tried to say she was Stevie Ray's and Booker T's cousin or sister or something. I don't remember. But Midnight was only around for like 2 to 3 months and she was gone off of TV. I don't know what the fuck happened to her. If they fired her or what. You didn't fire Big T. You let him be around for like 3 months. And that was 3 months way too long. And he just stole your money, Time Warner. So Sold Out, I think that a triple threat theater, Hell in a Cell ripoff looking cage that Kidman was in against, I think, Saturn, Malenko, and The Wall. Who cares? Sold Out was not a good show. I did enjoy Kevin Nash, Terry Funk. It was like a hardcore match. I did enjoy that. And I did enjoy Buff, DDP, and like Falls Count Anywhere. That was good, or whatever the hell it was called. Lights Out. I don't remember. And Sid defending the world title against Chris Benoit. Arn Anderson was a ref. Chris Benoit wins the world title, but Sid had his leg under the bottom rope or by the rope. It was a controversial world title win, and then Chris Benoit, I don't think he even appeared on Nitro with the world title. Or he just gave it up because he wanted to be released. I don't know, but that was weird. I believe Kevin Sullivan he booked his own divorce. If you didn't know, he was married to Nancy Sullivan. Woman would then go with Chris Benoit. They would like have an affair or fall in love together. So Kevin Sullivan then booked his own divorce. Was a joke, all the boys said. Behind his back or to his face, I don't know. But he booked his own divorce, and then you give the guy that went with your wife and she became his wife, you book that guy as your world champion. You're a better man than me, Kevin Sullivan. I don't think I would book him as my world champion if he went and stole my ex-wife. I don't think I'd fucking want to do that. But Kevin Sullivan probably did it on purpose so Chris Benoit would not want to leave and be released and jump ship. he wanted to leave anyway. And he did. And Chris Benoit, Saturn, Malenko, Eddie Guerrero would all jump ship at the same damn time and sign with WWF. They were either not under contract or they got released from their contract. WCW right there in the beginning of 2000 lost 4 major fucking great wrestlers. Great talents. Eddie and Chris Benoit would become main eventers. My opinion, Eddie was way fucking better. More charismatic. Better persona, better personality. Was more loved than Chris Benoit could ever be. When he got pushed and became World Heavyweight Champion, Eddie was always better than Chris, in my opinion. Eddie could talk, cut a promo. Chris Benoit couldn't talk for shit. And looked like he didn't want to talk. But they jump ship. They show up on Raw, I think, at beginning of February, end of January. They show up on Raw. They become the Radicals. And then on SmackDown, in their first matchup, Eddie tears his bicep. That sucked. That was really sad that Eddie got injured in his first WWF matchup. I think it was an 8-man tag. So Sold Out was a show that had 3 decent matches to okay to good matches. Royal Rumble 2000 was really fucking great. This part was not great. You had a bikini swimsuit contest with, I think, Jacqueline, Terry Reynolds, a cat, and fucking Mae Young. She had to be like 79 years old at least. Or 76, I don't know. But yeah, fucking Mae Young come out and wanna be in the contest. Yeah, it was funny. At the time, it was pretty damn funny. I was laughing. I was fucking laughing hysterically at Mae Young trying to be in it. And then she fucking pulled her top down. And obviously she had fucking makeup done, a makeup job that I believe were not her real breasts. But she fucking took her top off and they fucking showed it on the live pay-per-view feed. Like the cat. When she took her top off at, I think Armageddon 99. They showed it. I don't know why the pay-per-view, I don't know if they were pissed at WWF or what. But you can't be pissed at them. It's pay-per-view. But, yeah, the cat got topless. And agreed to get topless. Then they had to do it with Mae Young. I didn't need to fucking see that shit. I didn't need to see that. I don't care if it was makeup. Not a real breast. It was fucking gross. Nasty looking. It looked like 2 pancakes that were fucking wrinkled, shriveled up like raisins. It was disturbing. It was funny, but it was fucking disturbing and shouldn't have happened. It probably made Vince laugh because he's nuts and he's insane and sick. So, Mae Young got topless at Royal Rumble 2000 in Madison Square Garden, but it kicked off, I think, with the Dudleys against the Hardys in a tables match. That was great. Jeff did a swanton out of a balcony. So then you had China, I think Bob Holly and Chris Jericho in a triple threat for the IC title. I think China might have been the champion. I'm not sure. Maybe Jericho was the champion by then. No, I think it's China defending. I think she retained. I know Jericho. Kurt Angle is IC champion, I believe. I believe Jericho won the title at No Way Out from, maybe not. No. Jericho was champion at No Way Out. I don't have the results. I'm going off my memory. Jericho was a champion in No Way Out 2000 after the Rumble, and Kurt Angle held the IC title. Jericho did the lion saw. Kurt Angle the belt, hit Jericho in the face. Kurt Angle wins the IC title. And he was a double champion. European and IC champ. And Kurt Angle winning the IC title, even though he's a heel, he got a big pop. Fans liked it. So then at Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumble, Cactus Jack for the WWF title. I think it's Nodes Barred or Falls Count Anywhere or something. Cactus Jack, Triple H tore the house down. It was great. It was a great street fight. Really fucking good. Triple H got cut on his calf muscle really bad, I believe, from the barbed wire. And Triple H bled a lot. And it was a great WWF title match. Cactus Jack, Triple H, Madison Square Garden. It was just epic. Triple H pedigrees Cactus on top of thumbtacks. That was a great spot. It was awesome. It was well done. Very good match. It still holds up today if you watch. Watch it on the cock. If you have the cock, if you ride with the cock, watch Royal Rumble 2000 on there. Royal Rumble matchup. You had the return of Bob Backlund. Gangrel was in it, the Big Boss Man. They would be gone in 2001. I think you had Kane in it, The Big Show, The Rock, New Age Outlaws, I think. Rikishi, Too Cool. China might have been in it. Jericho might have been in it. I don't remember, but I do remember the final two. It came down to The Rock and The Big Show. And Big Show had Rock up on his shoulders, threw him out. And I believe The Rock's feet, I still believe The Rock's feet fucking hit the floor. But he's holding on to the top rope. Big Show went over the top. Rock acted like he saved himself, so they said The Rock won. Maybe his feet didn't touch, but I believe they might have. I don't know if the camera shot was on him, but I think his feet touched. Anyways, The Rock wins the Royal Rumble 2000. And that was a good decision to put over The Rock, because the guy was red fucking hot. Remember when 2000 started. Stone Cold was gone. He had neck surgery. In November, October, he was gone. He was still there in October because he's at No Mercy against Triple H, but by Survivor Series, he couldn't work. He needed neck surgery. So they had somebody run over Stone Cold with the damn car. That was shocking at the time. I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck did that? Why? And so The Rock, he wins the Rumble 2000, gets a major fucking push as a top babyface. The guy in the company, him and Triple H are side by side in 2000 on fucking Fire. They were side by side. The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, they were the WWF in the year 2000, in my opinion. In part 2 of Year in Wrestling Reloaded 2000, I'll talk about some Monday Night Raws. I will go over Raws from January and February Nitros and WrestleMania 2000 I'll talk a little bit about. Also Super Brawl 2000, where you had the debut of James Brown. I don't know why they brought him in, but they decided they wanted to bring in James Brown on a wrestling pay-per-view for entertainment. That was fucking weird. I don't know why it happened. They probably overpaid him. James Brown's great. Holy fuck, the guy had great, epic, legendary music that I love. It's a man's world, and just so many great songs James Brown has done. May he rest in peace. But I guess they brought him in because of the cat and his gimmick. was kind of like a James Brown spinoff. I don't know. But it was really odd to see James Brown, the godfather of soul, at a wrestling pay-per-view event. I don't know how much they paid him. I think I heard a number, maybe it's a rumor, between 5 to 10 million they actually paid him. If they did pay him that, they overpaid. But James Brown, holy fuck, the guy had so many hits. The guy is ahead of his time also. Great artist. Great musician. Rest in peace, James Brown, and I'll see you back here for part 2 of Year in Wrestling Reloaded, the year 2000. This was part 1. Bye for now.